Hello, my beautiful earth angels, and welcome back to another podcast episode. As always, I am so excited. I feel like I say that on every single episode, but it's because it is true. I am so excited. Today's episode is definitely going to be something you need to hear. If you have been feeling like you've been feeling in a funk, you are doing all this work constantly, but not seeing any results, or you're just not where you want to be yet, then this episode is for you. So without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into it today. What I want to talk to you about today is how you are basically self-sabotaging yourself. Why I say this. For a hot minute, I was just consuming so many different things. I had bought like 5 courses at one time. I was in like 3 different coaching programs, absorbing all of this stuff on social media. I hadn't done my big like unfollow splurge where I unfollowed people that were not aligned to me anymore. If you haven't done that, I highly suggest. Amazing. But I was basically just constantly absorbing everyone else's energy. What I quickly found out and started noticing was I really didn't know what I was feeling. What is my energy? Because I was being told what I should be feeling or what was going on or this new thing that should be affecting my energy. So then it was like I was listening to it and I was believing in it. And I was starting to think like, even if I felt really, really great energy, but I got on it and it's like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde. You're supposed to feel crazy and nothing's supposed to be working and you're supposed to be feeling overwhelmed and hectic. I was like, oh, okay. And then I like start thinking, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I am. I think I am feeling like overwhelmed and hectic. And yeah, it's a Mercury retrograde, so I'm supposed to be feeling it. And yes, I absolutely know that there are things that go on in the world that are out of our control and are out of our energy and are like an energetic exchange that are going to affect us. But control what you have control over. Stop letting all of this external energy have access to your internal energy. And I say this because there are so many things going on in the world. There are so many gurus and experts and this and that and like things in so many different areas where if you choose to let something constantly have access and be affecting your energy negatively, it's going to. This is when being in control, setting boundaries, creating more than you consume, not just aimlessly scrolling every single day, all day until you fall asleep and right when you wake up. This is shit that you are doing to yourself if you are feeling this vibe and you know that's why. If I just said what I said and you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm doing that, you need to stop. There is no other way to put it. It's like, you know what you need to be doing and what you should be doing and what when you do is going to bring a positive effect. But ask yourself right now, like have a moment and ask yourself, are you actually doing it? Have a little tough love moment. I'm holding space for you and I'm sending you love, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat it for you. Are you doing the things that you've been saying you're going to? Are you committing to the things? Are you showing up for yourself in the way that you've been saying you're going to? Or are you kind of just playing it small? I heard Georgie Stevenson say this. I think it's called a compound gain. I think, don't quote me. Something gain. Where she's basically saying you self-sabotaging yourself or like playing it small is actually a subconscious gain that you're getting down the line. And I was like, how does this make sense? Like how? Because think about it this way. If you're like, okay, I really, really want to like start stepping into my full potential and I really want to start going all in on my business and my brand and like showing up, but you don't do it, the compound gain is because you know, okay, if you don't go all in and if you just continue to play it small, you don't have these new responsibilities. You don't have to show up. You won't have these clients that are needing you where you have to show up for them because they're literally paying you. You get to chill. You get to aimlessly scroll on your phone till the PM and the AM. That is the compound gain of playing small. And it's like, dang, now that I think about it, I was like, oh, shit. This is me. This is me. I am her. She is we. And that is what I was doing. I wasn't thinking about the compound gain. I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, like, all of these limiting beliefs that came up, whether it was like, it's too hard, it's too much, I don't have time, I don't know what to do. All of this, again, which is all bullshit. It's like, Success loves action. Clarity comes through action. So the longer you're sitting on it, waiting for the perfect time or the perfect moment or to feel ready, it's not going to happen. Instead, you're just going to get more irritated with yourself because you're going to think, I wish I would have started earlier. So I'm going to save you some irritation with yourself. I'm going to save you the battles. Start now. Start where your feet are. You know enough, you have enough, you are enough to just start. And I promise you, you will be happier that you just started. Because clarity comes through action. Success loves action. You are going to start experiencing all of these amazing things, whether it's blessings, abundance, opportunities, because you just started. It's like if you don't start, you're never going. It's a guaranteed result that you will fail if you don't start. If you start and you are relentless and consistent, it is literally guaranteed that you will succeed because there's no other option. So just starting where you are. In this, you need boundaries. You need boundaries because there is so much energetically going on out there. There's so many people that are going to be trying to sell you something. And if it's not aligned, it's like, oh, do I want to do it? If it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. I will say that, especially in the self-development, healing, spirituality, coaching, career, entrepreneur, all of these different areas. I feel like there's a million different courses and products. And yes, I am all about it. I have my own courses and products. But if it is not aligned to you right now and you can't see yourself giving it your 100% all, don't do it. Like, you are doing a disservice to yourself and to that person because you're not going to show up fully. Therefore, you're not going to get what you hope for out of this. And they're not going to get the result or testimony they hoped for from you out of it because it is not an equal energy exchange. So going into this, really stepping into that highest version of yourself, you have to have boundaries. You have to protect your energy. Otherwise, you are going to constantly be having energy leeches just trying to going on. We do not want this. If you don't stop it, you're allowing it. So how to do this? Put your blinders on. Put your blinders on. I say this because this is something, all of these things are literally 5% me telling you what you need to do, 95% you actually doing it. The same thing with courses and coaches. It's like you can buy all the courses, all the coaches. You can buy Tony Robbins. Wow, Tony Robbins and Mel Robbins. I feel like I just had a, what is it called? Mandela effect. I'm like second guessing myself. Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins. This is both of their names. Wow. Just something just clicked for me. Never put two and two together. But you can literally buy anyone. Like, you can buy into any coach and they can give you every single thing that they've done and tell you exactly what to do on a silver platter. If you don't apply it, nothing's going to change. If things don't change, things don't change. If you want results, you have to show up for those results. So putting your blinders on, protecting your energy and having these boundaries in place so that you're not constantly consuming all of this unwanted energy and allowing it into your space and access to your energy. Some simple ways to do it. 1, unfollow everyone that does not align with you. If it's someone you went to high school with, if it's a family member, if it's someone who just has completely different views and is toxic energy, if it's an ex, if it does not matter. This is your space, your place. Like, this is where you're pouring your energy into. And if you're using it for any type of business platform at all, whether you're an entrepreneur, coach, business owner, like whatever it is, this is your business. So you following Sheila from down the block in 2nd grade, like, who you don't align with and she doesn't like you anymore, there is no need. Like, it's, when you think about it like that, it's silly. So first and foremost, go on an unfollow spree. Go on a block, go on a mute, go on an unfollow, and unfollow anyone that no longer aligns with you. I promise you, you are going to energetically feel weight off your shoulders immediately. It is going to be like chef's kiss, amazing. This is going to do wonders for you right now. Number 2, this is how you're going to stay focused and organized. Set your daily non-negotiables. I would say 3 to 5 max, no more than 5. Daily non-negotiables that you know when you do these things and when you show up for these things, these are needle moving activities. This is literally bridging the gap from where you are now to where you want to be. It is moving you forward and we are having progress. It is doing something good for us. Whether this is drinking your water, making sure you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, moving your body in any type of way, shape, and form, recording 5 pieces of content, responding to all your DMs, like what, it's going to look different for you. It's going to be completely different things, but come up with your 3 to 5 daily non-negotiables, write it on a whiteboard, type it in your phone, tattoo it on your forehead, whatever you got to do so that you do not steer from these. These cannot be something that you do for like 3 days and you're like, oh, okay, I feel really good. On 4th day, I'm done. Like, oh, I completely lost consistency. If you cannot stick to 3 non-negotiables, I'm sorry to tell you this, and I love you with all my heart, but you are self-sabotaging. You are not devoted to the goal, because you have to be relentless showing up. You have to be consistent. And I at myself with this, I promise you, I am literally giving myself the same speech, because it's like, how bad do I actually want it? Do I actually want it enough to show up for it every single day? Or do I want that compound gain? And I'm like, yeah, I really want it, but I'm not going to show up for it, because then I know I'm going to have to like really step into my potential. I'm going to have to be ready to speak on stages for hundreds of thousands of women, like all these things. And I'm like, well, if I just chilled and played small and didn't show up consistently, then I wouldn't have to do that. Compound gain. We don't want that. So really asking yourself, like, how devoted am I to this goal? Do I want it bad enough to where I am ready to show up for it every single day and fully step into it? So 3 to 5 non-negotiables. I promise you, these are, when you do these things consistently for 2 weeks, I do a trial period with all of my one-on-one clients where I tell them, we are going to do a 2-week foundation setting period. In these 2 weeks, this is where we are setting the foundation. It's like building a house. We're laying the foundation, getting us ready to go. This is where I have them set their 3 to 5 daily non-negotiables. I say, come up with things that you know your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your intuition is telling you, these are the things that we need to do every single day. It does not matter how we're feeling. Fuck your mood, stick to the plan. But we need to do these things to ensure we are constantly growing, to ensure we are stepping into our highest version of self. It's like, that is the way you are going to bridge the gap. So whatever the 3 to 5 non-negotiables are, come up with them. If you want to share in the comment section below, if you're listening on Spotify, share below. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, message me on Instagram at Kenzie Lewallen. I would love to hear from you. Literally, it makes my heart and soul scream to the mountaintops when I hear from you about you listening to an episode. Like, it makes me want to hysterically cry happy tears. So I'm so grateful for you. Please message me if you are feeling any type of heartstrings pulled, and I would love to chat with you. Once you have these 3 to 5 non-negotiables, show up for them relentlessly every single day. It does not matter if you show up 100% for them, but you just have to show up. For me, one of mine is moving my body every single day. Do I always get to get in a Pilates class every single day? No, because I would actually probably be gassed and so tired. But I'm like, okay, on the days that I'm not doing Pilates class, I need to be doing something, whether that is a 5-minute walk outside. I don't care what it is. I know that I need to be moving my body. It's good for my mental health, for my physical health, like for my heart, mind, body. So all of the things, I'm happier and want to show up better when I'm moving my body. That is daily non-negotiable for me. Again, doesn't matter the capacity is, just matters that you are doing it. A meditation, another daily non-negotiable for me. I know that this is regulating my nervous system. I know that when I have a regulated nervous system, I show up fully, I show up confidently, I show up in my fullest potential, and I am ready to go. So even if that is, again, a 3 to 5 minute meditation, focusing on whatever it is that I want to be meditating on, but just doing it. It's like, as long as you're committing to doing it each day, that's all that. And I will say this, the Pomodoro technique, if you've never heard of it, it is basically where you set a timer. I like to do for like longer periods of work time, 25-5. So you work for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. You can also do, sometimes if I'm like trying to get stuff done around the house or doing like tedious activities that I don't want to be doing, but I know I like need/should, I will set like a 5 to 15 minute timer. And while the timer's on, my self-diagnosed ADHD brain, I know that I can only be focusing on the task at hand. So if I'm folding laundry, I'll set a 15-minute timer and say, okay, Kenz, you can only fold laundry for the next 15 minutes. You cannot do anything else at all. Do not scroll out, fold this laundry for 15 minutes. When the timer goes off, go do the next thing. And this helps me so much because I get shit done. Instead of scrolling out, when I am working on projects or client work or literally anything at all, any type of work, especially that I'm doing on my computer, I will do the 25-5. So I will work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. This, I promise you, has been one of the biggest game changers for me in my life because I squirrel out so bad. So this helps me stay on task and get things done. And then I see, okay, I just had a 5-minute timer done and I responded to 57 messages. Wow. Like that was a lot. So it's also just showing you instant gratification, which I know we all love. We live in an Amazon Prime society. We want that same day or next day delivery. This is what doing the Pomodoro technique is going to do for you. It's going to give you instant gratification because you're going to see instant results. So that is all. I promise you that when you implement these things, it is going to be such a game-changing world of a difference. The biggest thing I will tell you, again, that was the whole main point of this riff of an episode. Stop giving your energy away. Stop sucking into everything going on telling you how it should. This is going on politically. It's a new moon. It's a Mercury retrograde. This person did this. Oh, this is happening. Your ex did that. Like when you're allowing all of these things to come in and tell you how you should be feeling, chances are you're going to start feeling like that. So yes, we may be sometimes feeling a certain type of way and then think like, oh, could it be because there is a full moon? I know that when there's a full moon, again, don't let this affect you because it may not affect you at all. But my kids wild out when there's a full moon. I feel different when there's a full moon. Our body is made up of more than 80% of water. Full moons, if there's waves in the ocean, full moons make the waves literally like touch the sky. Humongous waves. So think about what it does to our body. Some things, yes, I know are energetically going to change the way I feel. But I could still be vibing out on a full moon and like, someone love you want your freedom. It does not mean that just because it's a full moon, I'm going to have negative energy or I'm going to have chaotic or whatever it is. So you are the creator of your reality. Protect your energy, protect your peace, and show the fuck up for your highest version self. Okay, that is all. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Please, 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 if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, give me a rating. Give me a 5-star rating. I would love to hear from you. I would so appreciate that. If you are listening on Spotify, give a rating, give a review, follow, download, drop it in the comments. Take a photo of you listening to the podcast. Tag me on Instagram at Kenzie Lewallen. Again, you literally make my soul on fire when you love what I'm giving to the world because I'm doing this to raise the vibration of the world, to bring it in a better place in hopes that this will help you in some type of way, shape, and form. So when you let me know that it is, it really does mean the world to me. I'm not just saying that. I know, so cliche, but I swear, like I want to cry happy tears. So, all right, with that, I will leave you on this beautiful day. I hope you have a beautiful day. If you're going through it at all, I would love to hear from you. If you would like a more deep dive into my space, if you are on your self-development journey, you're stepping into your highest version self, and you really want to go all in 100 miles a minute, then click in the show notes. The link to my school community is in there. You get a 7-day free trial where you get a 45-minute call with me where we will do a deep dive and set a strategic game plan so you have the exact guided next steps to put in place where you see an instant difference. So as always, I love you so much. I would love to hear from you, and I hope you have the most beautiful day. I will see you next week, and bye!